Hey, it's me, me, the guys with the five eyes that you see. And today we're gonna be talking about NFTs, two NFT platforms that I'm on, VV with their collectibles, and NBA Top Shot with their NBA moments. And I'm basically just going to talk about what I have on there, my strategies for you guys, and basically what they're about. So we're going to start with NBA Top Shot here. NBA Top Shot is produced by Dapper Labs and exist on their Flow blockchain. And basically, you like trading cards, collect digital NBA moments. Really unique thing going on because there's nothing like it. And a lot of people like to be like, oh, I could just go on YouTube and view it. And it's like, yes, I know you can go on YouTube and view it and stuff, but you can't really make any money off of it, can you? So, I mean, that's the difference. You can make money off of this. You can't make money off of YouTube clips. And it's kind of funny because it's like, it's a collectible, you know? Someone just wants to collect the clip, like, because that's the whole point of it, So, but I'm not going to go over it like that argument because it speaks for itself. Value is value. So essentially, you sign up, right? It's still in beta. And what basically happened is, I know I joined in early December 2020, and it blew up around January 2021. And it's been around since 2019. So unfortunately, I got in super late. So I missed out on a lot of deals, but I still got a bit of a bargain. But because I came in so early, I thought it wasn't going to blow up like this. So when packs were readily available, I just kind of bought packs and I just was selling things all willy-nilly, just being like, oh, whatever, I got this, I can sell for this, blah, blah, blah. And it's crazy because a lot of moments that I sold, I could have bought for dollars and now they're worth thousands. But unfortunately, I didn't sell everything. So I kind of basically saved my own ass there by not selling everything. But now there's like hundreds of thousands of users, and getting a pack is extremely hard. If you just look here, you can see even the base packs sold out. This pack sold out. And most packs come in tiers for the cards: commons, rares, legendaries, ultimates. Ultimates, I don't know much about those because I don't even know when those release. But essentially, they have two types of tests they drop: a regular drop, stress test. Stress test is basically them just testing out the site. So they just drop some moments on some packs and some moments off. And if you get them, you get them. But they're really, really small. And then there's common packs. And basically, common packs and stress tests, they don't announce them. So I'm going to repeat that again. Common and stress test packs are not announced. They just get dropped and you just got to be on the site. Everything else gets announced. It used to be to the point where you can basically get a lot of packs, and because there weren't that many people on the site, but now these things sell out day one every single time. So if you're looking to get a pack, the only way you can really do that is you gotta wait for the drop. When the drop happens, first, usually they have a queue system, so you join the drop early, and actually there's really no point in joining the drop early because in the queue, when the drop happens, it sends you into a random place in line. So you essentially have a 50-50 chance of getting it. Either your place, like if it's 25,000 and releasing, at that point in time, if you get placed within 25,000, good. If you get placed at 160,000 and 30,000 and 40, then that's pretty much all she wrote. What they're doing for these base sets though is now they've increased the amount of moments that they've mint. So it went from most of them being under 5,000 to them being from 75 to 15,000 to now it's like 35,000 plus. So what they usually do now is they'll drop like 25,000 packs, and then those will sell out, and then they'll drop another 25,000 packs. And if you get a pack previously, then you can't get the next set of packs. Everybody only gets one pack now too. So until they get to the point where they produce enough packs for people to constantly get, everybody gets one. So that's how that works. So if you're addicted to pack ripping, you're going to have a hard time with this. But it's okay because I'm basically going to give you my tips and tricks for what I do to get more moments. So the best way to get moments currently is to get on the marketplace. But in hindsight, that's always been the best place to get moments because there's LeBrons out there for thousands of dollars you could have got for 30, 40, 50, 60, $100. So there you go. So these are my strategies. I basically live off about 5 principles. Focus on the all-stars regardless of series. Focusing on basically any good player from series ones, because all the trash players really ain't gonna carry much value unless they're like a fan favorite. So focus on those guys in series one. Bubble moments are highly important. Good rookies. And the fifth, actually, I didn't think about it this much, but keeping in mind that 35,000 is probably the last stand, the last frontier. So the first point is pretty obvious. You get the all stars when you can get them. So right now, all stars are cheap for these 35,000 plus moments. They're all stars. They're going to carry some kind of value. Um, so the 35,000 plus moments are the cheapest ones. The 15,000s are usually the second cheapest ones, and then the 7,500s. Like let's see. Where's the 7,500 that I've got here? I had a John Morant 7,500. Where is he? I have so many 1,500s. I mean 15,000s. Here's the John Morant 7,500. Those are pretty much are they the most expensive series twos? Yeah, because basically they've been releasing more and more mints of moments on their blockchain, like as series twos has progressed. So 7,500 right now, bearing any burning. So basically when a player changes teams, or his moments are left in a pack that doesn't sell out and they move to the next series, they don't do that anymore, but this is how it used to work. The moments that they have minted on the blockchain, they essentially get burned, and those moments never come back. So like Jared Allen, he was on the Brooklyn Nets. He got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So instead of him having like 7,500, it only basically got it to up to about like 5,000, you know, before he got traded. So once he got traded, they cut those mints off. They cut them off. And then there are a lot of players that have 12,000, because for whatever reason, I guess I guess maybe because they started playing this year or whatever, I forget. But those are usually their only moments on the site. I don't know why it's 12,000. I'd have to look that up again. But yeah, so what I'm doing according to my principles, so I'm getting all the stars. If I can get a series one guy, I try, but usually the good players are like $500 plus. Well, they seem to average around 800 something dollars. So yeah, that's why my second point, I get a lot of series ones of decent players. Chris Middleton is a 2-time All-Star. He's a bucket getter. He's a really good player, and I think he could be multiple All-Stars still, because you look here, he has great shooting stroke. He's long as hell. You know, if anything, he's like one of those baby Durant kind of players. I got him for 168 for a pretty medium serial number. But as you see here in the marketplace, lowest ask is 149. And you can also, they revamped this whole thing. It used to be a way more archaic. It used to just be straight moments, but now they you can filter in how you want to see the moment listed better. So that lowest ask for that serial number right there. Someone else also, matching him. And when you go about the marketplace, there are a lot of deals for a lot of dudes, because you'll see this be the lowest ask, but then someone will have a lowest ask like 1,000 places above that guy. And you can get really good serial numbers from like a dude like Chris Middleton, because a lot of people just don't really watch ball like that, and since the Bucks haven't really made the finals, a lot of the hype for them has waned off a little bit. But for a guy like Chris, who's a 2-time All-Star, for his series one to have a lowest ask of 149, even though it's his latest one, still, that's a really big opportune moment that you cannot sleep on. You cannot sleep on that, So that's why I bought him. And as you know, for moments, the higher the serial number, the higher the value, with the most valuable being the jersey number and number one. So that's how that works. And what was my third one? bubble moments. So what you saw there was a moment in the NBA bubble. Um, and that happened last year. For those of you guys don't know, after the pen. Am I supposed to allowed to say that? I don't know what I'm allowed to say. After flu season happened, the NBA basically had to pause for a couple months, and then they restarted. As you can see there, those are the fans on webcam and the screen. And what it essentially made for was one of those you had to be there point in time and moments in NBA history. Nothing like this has ever happened. So with bubble moments, they're literally these dudes are literally playing in AAU style tournament. It's NBA AAU. And something like that, that was very specific to what had happened last year with the shutdowns. So when you look at these moments, these are going to carry some. They're going to have an added value, mainly because who knows when we'll ever see something like this again in NBA history. Also, added in the fact not because this is the playoffs. I mean, it was a regular season for a little bit, but only a certain amount of teams, right, even like qualify for that. They basically had to curb the playoffs in early and had to do a play-in tournament. So not every team was available for this. That makes it even more scarce because you can't get moments from everybody in the NBA bubble. Only a certain amount of players and teams have moments in the NBA bubble. So, and those are actually like a bit of a deal right now. Like that moment I showed you. Actually, let's go back to that. Let's see. I got lucky. I bought it for 56 just before the blow up happened. So the lowest sense is about 245 right now. For a guy like Jamal Murray, that's a deal. And actually, as I'm showing you guys this, I think things are on sale right now because this was originally like $300 plus. So if you got the money, I say if you've got the money to shell out a few thousand on something like this, man, you're basically coming in at a really good time because the market corrected. It jumped up a whole lot, and the market's correcting. So definitely get those bubble moments. Now, time to talk about season 2. I know I said like 35,000 plus gain in that, but generally we can talk about season 2. So right now, season 2, the 15,000 to 35,000 plus moments are generally affordable for me. So you got a guy like De'Aaron Fox, right? I bought this for 64. Moderately high serial number. But the asking is 26. So let's look at here and let's look at highest serial number, not highest, the lowest serial number. So jersey number, that's why it's pretty valuable right there. And let's just flip through a bit. Now look at this. You can get a triple digit of De'Aaron Fox for less than $100. Possibly if you snipe that out. You can get that, triple digit 100, another triple digit. And you can get up pretty high with it too, because some people are pricing for the future and some people are pricing for right now. So it's kind of crazy because De'Aaron Fox is an all-star caliber player, and Tyrese Halliburton, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Hopefully Halliburton could be very good as well because, like the better a player is, he only gets better when he has another really good player next to him because then, you've got to, you have to essentially let him do his thing because if you can't solely focus on him. So if Tyrese does really well, then we're looking at a really positive gains there. Okay. For some reason, I paused a little bit. I got scared seeing my door close. I thought I closed my door. So, there's De'Aaron. Let's look. I think I may have showed. Did I show this in the last video or not? I'm not sure. Let's look at this Damian Lillard right here. So 7,500. I bought this for 219. Lowest ask right now is about 168. So a lot of things are on deals right now. A lot of before the market corrected, I was basically like up heavily. Now my percentage, I think my profile at a max was like 30K, but now it's halved to like 16K. But again, I basically just get players that I know are good, and when it comes to season 2, you know, it's really hard to go wrong with anybody in season 2 right now. You just got a lot of just really decent players, and even for high profile players like Xeon, I managed to get his 202 for 240 because he was like really cheap the first time, and now his lowest ask is like 210. And even so, man, this is a Xeon poster. This is one of the few posters they have of Xeon, because they have a lot of other lame ass moments for Xeon. I wonder if I could do more moments. No, they've got a Xeon layup in here that's just horrible, and it does not compare. And it's a 7,500 one. This one right here, this is a play. This is a really good play. I mean, it's Xeon. He just got his first All Star. He's the leader of the Pelicans, and it's a poster, and it's a good poster too. Actually, like, let's look at it one more time. Like, first of all, look at that jab step. Ooh, out the way. Then he goes back. Boom. Like, oh my god. Like, the level of disrespect. And it should be an and one. They didn't even call it. Because in slow motion, you can see he clearly hits him on the head. You know, so, I mean, just think about the intangibles of that moment. He gives him a hard jab steps. Dang near makes him jump into the sideline, into the stands. Just one more. Just almost sent out of bounds. And then he comes back and whips it over him with one hand with the back. It's classic Xeon. This is high school Xeon, you know. But look, only 210. So, you know, speaking of that, Series 2 is basically the last chance for most people to come in and get these sub 100 and below 100 moments. Because once this season finishes and we're on to season 3 are going to have 50K serial number commons minimum, you know. And try to avoid a lot of fan favorite types like Ish Smith and Bol. I mean, Bol can still be good, but right now he's overvalued because this site is ran by, you know, hype beasts, so they overvalue guys like that. Oh, and rookies. That's the last thing I had to talk about. So basically, everybody with a rookie moment is going to get a badge. And these are going to be sleeper hits. Essentially, the most expensive rookies are Season 1 rookies and rookies with the 4,000 delegation. Now, if you look up here, do I have a rookie in here? Like Cole Anthony. Now they're starting to release 3,500 CCs of 35,000 CCs of the rookies. So these are about the cheapest rookies you can usually get. But like Cole Anthony, you know, I got him because that was a buzzer beater, and I got this in the pack. If he ends up being good, this is the first buzzer beater of his career. You know what happens after that. But the 400, the 400, the 4,000 dudes, they're really expensive right now. I got this for only like what, $54, and now it's 303 lowest ask. So they're pretty much, their prices even during a correction, they're still gonna stay relatively high. And you gotta be careful with these guys because I'm pretty sure LaMelo's going to be good, and his is expensive 3,000. James and Anthony, all three of those dudes look like they may be all-stars. So they're in the $1,000 plus range. But you've got a lot of other rookies out there that are worth a couple hundred, mainly because they have 4,000. But it's also because they're going to have badges. And badges are going to be coming for all types of players. But the badges I know of now are like first moment, and then the first moment, first play, rookie moment, and I think there's another moment I'm forgetting. But basically, the rookies, the 4,000 set rookies, are mostly going to have first play, first moment, rookie moment. So they're going to have 3 badges. But then you got a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr. So far, this is the only moment he has on his site, so this is his first moment. It would have been great if it was his rookie year, but, you know, tomatoes. So there's that, and there's that. And my last piece of advice is just really research the market. Research the market. Because, for example, I saw this crazy thing. We have DeMar DeRozan selling for $70, right? 3,500, 35,000 plus. That's his lowest ask. Then we go to Damian Lillard. And look at this. $39 lowest ask for Damian Lillard. Shoot, 57 for his 15,000. Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar versus DeMar DeRozan. Let's have somewhat of a side by side comparison. You've got DeMar at 70, Dame at 39. So this is why you really got to research and do your due diligence if you're like not trying to just only collect your favorite players. You really got to pay attention because you end up you may end up buying a guy, and I mean DeMar is a great player, but he may possibly not make another All-Star again in his career, and rumors are the Spurs are possibly shopping him. So he might be at that point in his career where he's kind of like Vince Carter, just get buckets, get your money, head out the door, do your job, kiss your wife and kids. So like there's no reason that he should be this more over Damian Lillard, who's still really priming out and is posting up MVP numbers and all that stuff, right? So you don't want to get got. So you really gotta pay attention, and be patient. Because another thing about this market, there's really no bid set up yet, and no limit kind of set up yet also. So you can easily wait out a lot of people and wait out some prices. Because like the lowest ask could be 240, that sells, and then the next lowest ask is 120. Like the lowest ask could be like 240, and then everyone wants to sell for 240, but then no one's like trying to buy that. It's like normal markets, but it's a bit slower, because things aren't, they're real time, but it's not like the way you see Coinbase Pro or something like that. So you got to take your time with this. But other than that, I gave you my ideas on what to do, and I think to end off this one, I think this is going to be a very good product. It's the only NBA NFT product out there, but it's really nice because the thing about cards are great, but to me cards are great mostly for the artistic physical value of it. So the build and the cut of the cards. Because the thing is, to make the card really valuable, you got to get it graded. And they grade things on the surface, the centering, the edges, and all that. So the physical aspect of that is what makes cards great. But this deserves its place in the market as well, because these are actual life moments of these players. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Edwards has been shooting up lately, so that's why his 3,500 is like $96. Woo, that was a good play. I was thinking about getting it. It was in the 29 section. I probably should have, because that was a really nice dunk. He's basically, I think his ceiling is still like a Donovan Mitchell, because he kind of, how Donovan only has that one dunk, that cock back. That's kind of what it looks like to me. But at the same time, if we look, that's his 75,000. But then you got Zion Williamson scoring his 1,000th point for 70. I could have got that lower too, but it looks like his mints are kind of confusing with that. So this might be a better play for you. But again, that's NBA Top Shot. I hope you learned something, and just remember, signups are kind of infrequent. They don't really do signups when there's pack drops. They don't let you do anything when there's patch drops right now. But eventually, you'll be able to sign up easier. And also, I just wanted to show off my LeBron, because I got lucky and I got a LeBron James. I sold a LeBron James actually for 900, and then it ended up shooting up to 5,000. So that's just how life works for me. But I got my 3-pointer, stunned on him. Wait, stunned on him. He does that too. Like, he will wait for someone to come to him. Oh man, that scared me. So yeah, there's that.